Namaste friends, welcome back to my channel. Friends, in today's video we are going to make these beautiful dangler earrings with beaded bead in oval shape, and hence its name is ovate earring. And these look so gorgeous in this green color. I have already made some more colorways in this earring. These are in bottle green color, and the other one I have made in ruby color, and one more is in blue color. So here I have made them in 3 colorways, and you can see this ear post that I have used in this earring is the same earring that I had shown you in my last video. This is our tiny star stud earring that I had shown you there, and I would suggest you to please check my video for this earring, because we are going to use these earring as ear post for our ovate earring. You can see that how gorgeous they look. These customized earring with this ovate earring look very beautiful. So I would suggest you please check my video. I will drop the link in the description box, and please check the video and make the earring for the ear post for these ovate earring. And friends, in today's video we are going to make these earrings in this magenta pink color. So let us see what all material do we need to make these ovate earring in magenta pink color. So friends, for making our ovate earring in pink color, this is magenta pink color, we would need these 4 mm and 3 mm pearls. Here I am using these pearls. These are shell pearls in light pink colors. These are in size 4 mm and these are in size 3 mm. Then I am using these 11 O's. These are Miyuki duracoat galvanized magenta 11 O's, and these are Miyuki duracoat galvanized champagne 11 O's. These are 15 O's. These are in this color, that is, these are Miyuki duracoat galvanized champagne 15 O's. Friends, for making our ovate earring, I would be using my tiny star stud earring as the ear post. And I had told you in my last video that I would be showing you some of my designs where I would be using that tiny star stud earring as ear post. So this is one of these, and here you can see in this ovate earring I have used this ear post, this earring as the ear post for my earring, and it really looks gorgeous. So here also I would be using this. And for making this tiny stud earring, I have used 11 O's. These 11 O's are in the same color, that is, these are Miyuki duracoat galvanized magenta 11 O's, and these are Miyuki duracoat galvanized champagne 11 O's, and in between I have used 15 O's. And here this stone, this is the montee, which I have used is in pink color, and this is in size 16 SS. I have already shown you all the material list in my last video, in my previous video, and you can check it out in the video. And first you'll have to make this ear post, and then we would start making our ovate earring. And this ear post really look gorgeous with this ovate earring, so I would definitely suggest you to please check out my previous video, make this ear post, and then proceed further with this ovate earring. And friends, then I'm using Miyuki thread here in pink color, and I would be working with size 12 beading needle. So let's get started. Friends, we would start making our ovate earring by picking up these 4 mm pearl, and now I'm bringing them down towards the end of my thread, and now I will be tying a double knot. Like this. And now I will pass through all these 4 pearls, pulling in this tail in between the pearls very gently. Like this, into this pearl on the top. And now I will pick up two 15 champagne, one 3 pearl and two 15 champagne, like this. These 5 beads, two 15 champagne, one 3 pearl and two 15 champagne, and I will pass through this same pearl, bring it down, pass through this next 4 pearl and into the next 4 pearl. So here I am exiting through this 4 pearl opposite to one, to which I attach these beads, and now I'm going to pick up two 15 champagne and pass through this 3 pearl. Here we have to keep our thread nice and tight. And pick up two 15 champagne and pass through this next 4 pearl, like this. So this is our first component for our earring. Now after exiting through this 4 pearl, I'm going to pick up 3 4 pearl and pass through this 4 pearl and making a raw component with it, like this, stepping up into this 4 pearl on the top, and the same way I'm going to add these embellishment on the top of it. So for this I'm picking up two 15 champagne, one 3 pearl and two 15 champagne, again these 5 beads, and pass through this same 4 pearl, bring it down, keep your thread nice and tight here, into this 4 pearl, pick up two 15 champagne and pass through this 3 pearl, again pick up two 15 champagne and pass through this 4 pearl at the bottom. Again pull your thread tight. So here we have made 2 components, and now we are going to add our third one. So again I'm going to pick up 3 4 pearls and pass through this 4 pearl. So this is our third raw component, and the same way I'm going to embellish this one. By stepping up into this 4 pearl on the top. Now I'm going to embellish this component in the same way. So here I have added the embellishment on my third component, and after adding these I am stepping up into this 4 pearl. Now we have made 3 components, and now for the fourth component we are going to join the 2 ends of the first and the third component. So we are going to join these 2 pearls with the raw component. So for this we already have 2 4 pearl, so I have picked up my third 4 pearl and the fourth 4 pearl, like this. Once again I'll be passing through all these 4 pearls. Here. Now again I'm going to add these embellishment on the top of it and come back. Now here, after adding the embellishment on this last component, this is the look from all the four sides of our ovate earring. And right now you can see that I'm exiting through this 4 mm pearl, and now I'm flipping it up, and here we can cut this tail off. And now after exiting through this 4 mm pearl, I'm going to pick up one 11 magenta and pass through this next 4 mm pearl. Now in this round we are going to add these 11 magenta in between these 4 mm pearls. Again picking up 11 magenta and pass through this next 4 mm pearl, again picking up one 11 magenta and pass through this next 4 mm pearl. Stepping up into this 11 magenta, I'm picking up one 15 champagne and pass through these two 15s. Now pick up one 11 magenta and pass through the two 15s at the bottom, and now into this 4 mm pearl. Now pick up one 11 magenta. So here we are going to add these 11s at the bottom also. So again pick up one 11 magenta and adding these 11 magenta in between the pearls. Again picking up one 11 magenta and pass through this 4 mm pearl. Here again we have to keep our thread nice and tight, and now I'm stepping up into this 11 magenta, and now pick up one 15 champagne and pass through this pair of 15 champagne. Pick up one 11 magenta and pass through the next pair of 15 champagne. Now pick up one 15 champagne and pass through this next 11 magenta. Again pick up one 15 champagne and pass through this pair of 15 champagne. Pick up one 11 magenta and pass through this next pair of 15 champagne. Pick up one 15 champagne and pass through this next 11 magenta. So after adding these beads, this is the look around the pearl. And now I will pass through this 4 mm pearl into this next 11 magenta. Same way I'm going to add one 15 champagne, pass through this pair of 15 champagne, pick up one 11 magenta, pass through the next pair of 15 champagne, pick up one 15 champagne, pass through this 11 magenta, again pick up one 15 champagne, pass through this next pair of 15 champagne, again pick up one 11 magenta and pass through this next pair of 15 champagne and pick up one 15 champagne and pass through the next 11 magenta. So here you can see we have embellished both these 4 mm pearls, and now I'm moving into this 4 mm pearl and into the 11 magenta. Now same way I'm going to embellish this pearl. So here you can see that I have embellished this pearl, and after embellishing it, right now I'm exiting through this 11 magenta into this 4 mm pearl and into the 11 magenta. And now again I will be embellishing this pearl. Now I'm picking up 115 champagne and pass through the next pair of 15 champagne into this 11 magenta that we have already added while moving towards the bottom side, and into this 11 champagne and into the next 315 champagne. So here I pass through this 11 magenta and these 315 champagne into this 11 magenta, picking up 115 champagne, passing through the next pair of 15 champagne, picking up 11 magenta, pass through this pair of 15 champagne and picking up my last 15 champagne and passing through this 11 magenta. So here we have embellished all these 4 pearls as you can see. And now right now you can see that I'm exiting through this 11 magenta, and now I'm going to pick up 2 15 champagne, 1 11 magenta and 2 15 champagne. The set of these 5 beads, 2 15 champagne, 1 11 magenta and 2 15 champagne, and pass through this next 11 magenta, again adding the same set of 5 beads, 2 15 magenta, 2 15 champagne, 1 11 magenta and 2 15 champagne. So the same set, the same 5 beads and into the next 11 magenta. So this way I'm going to add the set of these 5 beads on the top of these 2 pearls and come back. Now here I have added all these sets of 5 beads, and after adding this last set, right now I'm exiting through this 11 magenta, and now I'm stepping up into the first 3 beads, the first 3 15s and 11s of the first set, and right now I'm exiting through this 11 magenta, which is the center bead of this set. And now I'm going to pick up 2 15 champagne, 1 4 pearl and 2 15 champagne. So here I have picked up 2 15 champagne, 1 4 pearl and 2 15 champagne, and I will pass through this next 11 magenta, and now I am picking up 1 11 magenta and pass through this next 11 magenta. Now after adding this 11 magenta, right now I'm exiting through this 11 magenta, and now I'm going to pick up 1 15 champagne and pass through this 15 champagne, which is just before this 4 pearl, into this 4 pearl like this. Keep your thread nice and tight here. Into this 15 champagne next to the 4 pearl, again pick up 1 15 champagne and pass through this 11 magenta like this. Keep your thread nice and tight here. Now pick up 1 11 magenta and pass through this 11 magenta. Like this. So this is the look after adding the pearl. This is the look from the side, from the front, inside and from the front. Now moving down through these 2 15 champagne. Now, after coming down through these two 15 champagne, I'm going to pick up one 15 champagne and move up into these two 15s. Again, pick up one 15 champagne, pass through this 15 champagne and into this 15 champagne on the two sides. These two 15 champagnes, 15 champagne, the 4 pearl, and the next 15 champagne. Coming down through this 15 champagne, again pick up one 15 champagne and pass through the two 15s like this. So here, this is the look from this front side, and now passing through this 11 magenta into the 4 pearl, into this 11 magenta. Now after exiting through this 11 magenta, move up through these two 15s, 11 magenta, down through these two 15s, again pick up one 15 champagne and move up through these two 15 champagne, again pick up one 15 champagne and pass through this 15 champagne again into 15 4 pearl and the next 15 champagne, these 3 beads down through this 15 champagne, and the next 15 champagne I'm going to pick up and pass through this pair of 15 champagne. So here you can see the two sides. This is the front and the side, again the back and the side on the top, and after exiting through this pair I'm passing through this 11 magenta and going down through these beads into this 11 magenta, and again I'm going to pick up two 15 champagne, one 11 magenta and two 15 champagne, the same set of 5 beads, and as we did on the top, we are going to add the set of these 5 beads on the top of all these 3 4 pearls. Now here I have added all my 4 sets of 5 beads over the pearls, and right now I'm stepping up into the first 3 beads of the first set of 5 seed beads that we added around these pearls. Now I'm exiting through this 11 magenta right now. Now here you can see that this pearl should be added in between this 11 and this 11, and here right now I'm exiting through this 11, so here I'm on this side. So on this side corresponding to this, I'm going to add one 11 magenta like this, and now I have reached this side where I added the pearl. So here I'm going to pick up two 15 champagne, one 4 pearl and two 15 champagnes. So here I have picked up these 5 beads, and now I'm going to pass through this 11 magenta. Now I'm going to pick up one 11 magenta and pass through this next 11 magenta. Now I'm going to pick up one 15 champagne and pass through this 15 champagne, this 15 champagne, 4 pearl, and the next 15 champagne. After picking up this 15 champagne, I'm going to pass through all these 3 beads. Keep your thread nice and tight here. Now after exiting through this 15 champagne, I'm going to pick up one 15 champagne and pass through this 11 magenta. You can see this. Like this. So here into stepping up into this first 11 magenta that I added on this side, into this next 11 magenta, going down through these two 15 champagne, pick up one 15 champagne, move up through this pair of 15 champagne, again pick up one 15 champagne, pass through this first 15 champagne here into this 15 4 pearl and the next 15 down through this 15, again pick up one 15 champagne and pass through these two 15s like this. So this is the look. And now after coming down through these two 15s, I will pass through this 11 magenta, again into the 4 pearl, into this 11 magenta, up through these two 15s and into the 11 magenta, down through these two 15s. Now I have reached the back side of this pearl. So here again I'm going to add the 15s, picking up one 15 champagne, move up through these two 15s, pick up one 15 champagne, pass through this 15 champagne into this 15 4 pearl and the next 15 down through this 15, again picking up one 15 champagne and down through these two 15 champagne. So here we have completed this beaded ovate earring. Now here we have completed our ovate beaded bead, and now I'm going to pass through this 11 magenta up through these 15 champagne into these 15 champagne and into this 4 pearl. Now after exiting through this 4 pearl, I'm going to pick up 3 15 champagne, 1 11 magenta and 3 15 champagne. So here I have picked up these 7 beads, 3 15 champagne, 1 11 magenta and 3 15 champagne. And now I will pass through this pearl, 4 pearl, like this, stepping up into the first 350 rows, skipping the 11 row, passing through the 15 rows, pulling this 11 row up like this, creating the tip, passing through this 4 pearl up into the 15 rows and into the 11 row. So this is the look, and now I'm going to attach this to the ear post that we have made. This is the same shining star earring that I shared with you in my previous video, and here I'm using this earring as the ear post for my ovate earring. And now, as you can see that right now I'm exiting through this 11 magenta, and now I'm going to pick up one 11 champagne and pass through this 11 magenta on the ear post. Again pick up one 11 champagne and pass through this 11 magenta on my ovate beaded bead. Again stepping up into this 11 champagne like this. Once again passing through all these 4 beads, again down, now down through this 11 champagne. Keep your thread nice and tight here, into this 11 magenta, into the 315 rows, around this 4 pearl, into the 4 pearl, into this 15 down through this 15 and into these 15 into this 11 magenta, and now I'm going to tie a knot in between these beads here. Going down through these beads, these 15 and into this 11 and again tying a knot in between these beads, passing through these 15 to this 15 and into these 15 like this, and here we can cut our thread off. And here we have completed our ovate earring in pink color. So friends, here we have completed our ovate earring in magenta pink color, and they look really very gorgeous. And some of the colorways that I have shown you in the beginning of the video, just take a look on these colors. So here I have made these in magenta pink, bottle green color, then these in ruby color, and the fourth one in sapphire blue color. So friends, I hope you would love these earrings. You would definitely enjoy making these beautiful earrings, wearing these earrings, and of course gifting these to your friends and family. They would definitely make a perfect gift for your loved ones. So I hope you would love these. So friends, if you like my designs, my videos and my tutorials, please do subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to press the bell icon so that you may get notified when I'll upload my next video. Thank you.